Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we are back for another episode of NBA 2K20 Charlotte Hornets Rebuild Franchise. We are taking the Charlotte Hornets from zero to hero in a sense after the leaving of Kemba Walker. Come away with a win, 88-77 over the Pelicans. We are on a back-to-back game setup, so we're going to be going up against the 76ers. Before we do that, I need to dish out some more minutes because Jabari Parker absolutely killed it. The only person I can really take minutes from, and even if I take minutes from PJ Washington, would have to be Miles Bridges and Norman Powell. So we're going to cut his minutes by 5. We're going to give Norman Powell's good at 25, but we're going to give him 5 more minutes on the floor. So Jabari Parker and Otto Porter are now playing about the same amount of minutes. They still want Taco Fall to play reserves, which is a load of crap because he's actually putting up numbers. And then they want Malik Monk on the court because of his overall. And then you can look at my reserves. Robert Franks, Evan Turner, and Cristiano Felicio with Gary Clark, Malik Monk, and Semi Ojeleye. Actually, I'll swap Evan Turner for Malik Monk. I'll put Malik Monk on the bench, and then we'll have Evan Turner. Wow, he does not like how things are going. I don't know why. He's doing better in points per game than he was last year. He's not quite for rebounds per game. Not quite in steals. But he's doing better in points per game than he is last year. It's content. We got to get it up. We got to get some wins going, which we do. So let's hop right on into it. We're going up against a very dangerous team. This is a statement game for us. So Schroeder moves to an 80. 80 overall now, based on his something. Probably his play and that he's got the hot hand right now. Taco Fall's a 70 based on his play as well. So we'll keep it up. Going into matchups, I think that's going to be the best we're going to get. Simmons guarded by Schroeder. Richardson guarded by Powell. Bridges guarded by Harris. Actually, I think I'm going to put Schroeder on, well, because Ben Simmons can play small forward, I'm going to put Schroeder on Harris, and I'm going to put Bridges on Simmons. Al Horford's going to be guarded by PJ, and Embiid's going to be guarded by Steven. So here we are in Philadelphia, going up against the 76ers at the Wells Fargo Center. Philadelphia is 7-1 right now on the season, as the Hornets are 5-4. It's David Eldridge talking to nobody. Here's your starting lineups. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid are your Sixers. Schroeder, Powell, Bridges, Washington, and Adams are your Hornets. Joel Embiid is the player to watch. He is a dominant threat inside, and they are ready. And Embiid takes the tip, and the Hornets will get it in the second and third quarter. Here's Simmons. And Ben Simmons throws it down on the first points of the game, coming right quick off a pick and roll. Getting a screen. Inside, Norman Powell fouled on the way up that time by Richardson. Norman Powell's first free throw is good. Powell's second free throw is good. And Ben Simmons dunks it for another time. My goodness, Ben Simmons. He's averaging 16 points per game at a 67 or 62% true shot percentage. Ben Simmons is going to be really difficult to guard. Schroeder for a wide open three, and Dennis Schroeder takes the lead. He's got 3 points now. Here's top right of your screen is going to see the stats for each player today. Simmons guarded by Bridges. Pass down to PJ. Pass inside, and that's an out of bounds. And the Hornets will gain possession again. 5-4 is the Hornets lead. Here's Schroeder with it, taking it top of the key. Shaking him a little bit. Pass out to Powell, guarded by Richardson. Looking for a screen. Takes a screen. Powell for three. Norman Powell puts it in. Norman Powell with 5 points. Pass to Tobias Harris. The drive for Tobias on the mid-range is no good. Schroeder takes it. He leads the NBA in rebounds per game, of course, with 16 averaged per game. Oh my God, they have Embiid guarding Schroeder. He takes a screen, and Schroeder on the drive, and Schroeder can't put it in, but he will go to the line for two. Schroeder's first free throw is good. And he will miss his second. So 9-4, 5-point lead for the Hornets. Sixers. Simmons. Pass out to Richardson. Out to Harris. Tobias Harris for three. Tobias can't come down with the three. Pass to Powell. Powell to Schroeder. Schroeder tries to put it up over top of Richardson. Unable to do so. And that's a goaltending call on Steven Adams, and they will get the 2 points. And he tried to go for the block, but couldn't quite do it. So here's Norman Powell is going to take it. Going to pass it to Schroeder. Schroeder takes a screen, pulls up, and he's got heavy pressure in his face. Can't do anything about it. Here's Tobias. Right side wing, Tobias guarded by Washington. Pass down Simmons, back to Richardson. That's a steal from Dennis Schroeder. He's looking for that screen against Richardson, and a quick put up. And the dunk from Steven Adams, and a nice job by Steven. And the offensive board goes to Steven Adams, and the putback boss of a man that he is inside. Richardson left side wing. Pass out to Tobias, guarded inside, and a good rebound from Tobias. And PJ on the foul. Still Charlotte leads 11-6. Harris averaging 11 points per game this season. 5.5 rebounds per game. His second is good. So it's a 3-point lead kept by the Hornets. Trying to run that pick and roll. And he passes back to Miles Bridges. Bridges looking for a screen now. Bridges. He drills a 3, and Miles Bridges on a nice shot that time. Nice job by Miles Bridges. And it's rejected by Bridges. Pass to Schroeder. Schroeder on the layup and a nice fast break that time. Dennis Schroeder with 6 points now. An 8-point lead for the Hornets. Here's Harris, guarded by Schroeder. And Ben Simmons on the cut. A beautiful cut to the basket for Ben Simmons. Gets a screen. Pass to Powell. Powell for 3. And Norman Powell, no luck on that 3. Here's Josh Richardson, top of the key. Takes it right side. He's on the corner. He's guarded by Bridges. Pass down to Ben Simmons. And the steal attempt will result in a shooting foul on Schroeder and 2 points at the line for Ben Simmons. He makes his first. Trying to cut it down to a 4-point lead, which he does. Excuse me, and here comes the bench. Bench squad ready to put in some work. Jabari Parker, someone who is absolutely more than ready to do so, and he missed that shot. Here's Ben. Simmons back to Trey Burke. Burke to Embiid. Embiid. Hand off to Burke. Burke for 3. And Trey Burke can't make that 3. So pass to Carson Edwards. Carson pass to Jabari. Parker. Gets the screen. Jabari Parker puts in a deep 2-point shot. 18-12. Nice shot by Jabari Parker that time. Simmons guarded by Porter. Simmons top of the key, looking for something. Here's James Ennis. Former Houston Rocket is going to put in an easy layup over Taco Fall. Carson Edwards, no points on the board right now. Carson on the mid-range, and Taco will put the ball back in the net on a nice offensive board from Taco Fall. Trey Burke right side wing with a pass to O'Quinn, out to Ennis. Ennis down to Embiid. Embiid, heavy defense. That time from Taco Fall. Back to Otto Porter. Otto Porter on a drive, and a pass inside, stolen by O'Quinn. Wide open Trey Burke. Corner 3 is good. And that's a 3-point advantage only held by the Hornets, and it was cut down from 6. Here's Clemens. Clemens is really short, but he can make threes if given opportunities. But he has to be wide open in order to do so. Pass down, Taco. Taco inside, and a beautiful move against Joel Embiid. Makes it a 5-point game now. 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Here's Simmons putting it up. Ben Simmons, no luck. 4 and 4 for Taco Fall. Pass inside Jabari Parker. And Joel Embiid was a little stuck there trying to find out what he was doing. And the nice inside move for Jabari Parker. And that puts him 4 points with an and one opportunity now. Here's a full group sub as everybody moves around. O'Quinn moves to center. Mike Scott comes in at forward. Here is Matthias Thibault. Mike Scott with it. Top of the key. Hand off to Thibault. Thibault, the rookie, I believe. He's very good. He's going to drive inside. Rejected by Taco. Oh, and the almost turnover from Otto Porter. Pass to Carson Edwards. Chris Clemens for three. Chris Clemens on the corner shot. Nice job, Chris, off the assist from Carson. And a big play that time from Taco Fall. Almost leading by 10. Here's Trey Burke, top of the key. Hand off to Quinn. O'Quinn, left side wing. Gets a screen. O'Quinn, pass back to Thibault. Thibault for three. And Thibault drills the three. Cuts it to an 8-point lead. Here's Carson Edwards. He gets a pick. Takes the pick. And it's tipped. Hornets retain possession, but with only 6 seconds. Mike Scott there to knock it away. Mike Scott's got a lot of tattoos. Look at that guy. It's Clemens for three. Clemens unable to come down with a 3-point shot. Here's Trey Burke. He's going to drive inside and a beautiful floater for Trey Burke. Here's Edwards with it. Carson. Gets a screen from Taco, and Carson, not sure really what he's doing here. On the drive, pass to Taco, and Taco on a beautiful lay-in at the buzzer on an 8-point lead. A nice job by Taco Fall. In the lead, here's Al Horford, and he's going to talk about why he decided to sign with Philadelphia, but more than likely he just saw a championship opportunity. It's usually what it is. It's for championships. Sees a lot of talent, wants to build around it. First screen, takes the screen. Pass to Jabari. He's going to back him up, and Jabari Parker right over top. 7 points for Jabari Parker. Here's O'Quinn, top of the key. A handoff right to Thibault. Thibault with it. He's going to drive. And a mid-range shot wide open for Matthias. It's Thibault. Sorry, I'm saying Thibault. It's Thibault. Taco down low. Taco is a post machine. And Taco Fall throws it down with authority. Taco Fall with the slam. Right over Kyle O'Quinn. Shot clock winding down. Burke for three. Trey Burke, no good. Back to Edwards. Otto Porter, corner three. He missed it. Wide open corner three for Otto Porter. He's got to make those. Burke guarded by Edwards. Burke on the drive. Rejected by Taco. Mike Scott had a putback shot, but he would have been rejected by Taco had he tried it. 10-point lead here by the Hornets against the Sixers. Mike Scott for a deep three. Kyle O'Quinn gets the good board. He passes way out to James Ennis. It's rejected, this time by Otto Porter. And Otto Porter tries to drive and gets fouled, this time by Mike Scott. He's going to go to the line for 2 free throws. Otto Porter missed his first. Man, he is cold. Otto makes his second. Nice job. He's got 1 point on the board. Otto Porter. Excuse me. Richardson, right side wing. Pass to Tobias Harris. And pass back to Scott. Harris with it. Josh Richardson puts it up. And he makes it. Josh Richardson on a beautiful shot. 9-point game. Outscoring the 76ers bench, or the Hornets bench, by 7 points. Got some handles. Pass to Bridges, and Bridges can't make it. Rejected by Steven Adams with the rim protector. Heart crusher. I love the names of those. He's just such an interior, just, my goodness. Steven Adams is absolutely playing really well for this team so far this season. Al Horford. He can shoot the 3. Here's Richardson. And that's Al Horford, who can shoot the 3, but couldn't make it that time. Only 6 points for Schroeder today. Gets a screen from P.J. Washington. He's looking for something, anything he can get. Out to Bridges. Bridges with space. Miles Bridges can't put it down. And the putback. Nice job by Steven Adams. 4 points for Steve. Big ol' Steve Adams. Thibault. Horford over Steven. Here's Schroeder. And the pass. And the dunk from Steve. Adams on the dunk and the nice pick and roll. So here is the drive. Thibault. Pass to Richardson. Richardson fouled on the way up that time. Miles Bridges is the one who's going to send him to the line. And Richardson, coming from the Heat, puts his first free throw in, keeps it a 10-point game. Can he make it a 9? Yes, he can. 9-point game now. Out to Bridges. Corner for Powell. Norman Powell can't put it in. Here's Tobias Harris for a wide open mid-range. Cuts it down to 7. Out to Powell. Powell gets the screen. Norman Powell wide open. Norman Powell doesn't miss a lot of those. Norman Powell with 7 points. Richardson. Pass to Embiid. And Joel Embiid with a slam. With a beautiful cut and a pass from Richardson. And the circus drive and layup, no good, but a foul will send Schroeder to the line. Schroeder missed another one. And makes it 7 points for Schroeder. Richardson left side wing. He's driving on Powell. Richardson inside, and a foul by Powell. Send Richardson to the line. Last season, Schroeder averaged 15 points per game, 4 assists, I believe about 5 rebounds. So here's Richardson. Dead silent. He makes his first. Looking for a second. And he makes both. A beautiful job. A 6-point lead now. Powell calls for the screen from Adams. Norman Powell gets a screen. Can't find anything. Pass. Schroeder rejected, and the shot clock violation. And the 76ers will get the ball back. Schroeder tried to pop up a 3 and couldn't in time. Here's Simmons. Guarded by Bridges. Pass down to Embiid. Embiid. Pass to Richardson. Richardson gets it stolen away. Horford fouled on the way up. That's Steven Adams. Al Horford's old self will go to the line for 2 free throws, and he is very good at these. Al Horford is a near expert at free throws. He makes both. And the Hornets take a timeout with only a 4-point lead. Understandable why they'd take a timeout now. Here we go. Schroeder taking it up. They need some points. And they need some points quick. That was a little bit of a foul, but not called. Stolen away, and the Hornets retain possession. A nice job by Horford. So Jabari Parker's coming in for P.J. Washington. Carson Edwards moving to point guard. Schroeder moving to shooting guard. Powell's going to go take a seat on the bench. Out to Schroeder. Pass to Parker. Parker. On the fade. Can't make it. Here's Tobias Harris with it. Pass out to Richardson. And a nice reverse layup that time from Tobias Harris, cutting the lead down to 2. Schroeder needs a layup, and the circus layup attempt was almost good, but he's going to go to the line for 2 free throws. Schroeder's first is good. Tries to extend it to 4. And he does. 4-point lead by the Hornets. Taco Fall checks in. Here's Simmons. Rejected by Taco. And the dunk from Embiid. But Embiid doesn't miss too many of those dunks. Deep 3-shot. Missed. Thought he had enough space, but the gap was closed real quick. And an easy try for a layup, and Ben Simmons goes up. It's the offensive boards. They have 9 seconds. Harris for 3. Tobias Harris can't make that 3-point shot. Pass to Bridges. Oh, it's turned over and stolen. Back to Simmons. Simmons rejected. Don't try the taco. Pass out to Schroeder. Schroeder looking for a screen. He gets a screen. Schroeder for 3, and Dennis Schroeder. 12 points. 47-42 before the half. 1:20 left. Here's Horford. Hand off to Simmons. Simmons has it. Guarded by Bridges. Takes a screen. Ben Simmons inside. Ben Simmons rejected by Taco. Taco Fall, my goodness. Pass to Edwards. Edwards out to Schroeder. Schroeder takes a screen, and Schroeder shoots a three. And Dennis Schroeder drills a three. 15 points for Dennis Schroeder. And a nice shot that time. A three-point shot from Tobias Harris cuts it to within 5. Pass down to Taco. Embiid is one of the most dangerous interior forces you will play against. And Taco Fall puts in 2 points. He's got 10 points, 6 boards against Joel Embiid. Simmons, guarded by Bridges, takes a screen. Simmons had an easy dunk, and Richardson can't make that one. A good rebound that time. Pass to Bridges. Bridges on the drive. Bridges pulls up mid-range, and he missed it. 6 seconds left. They're going to be going for a buzzer beater right here. Horford, he missed it. And Taco Fall will take the rebound. Hornets lead 42-45. Sixers trying to make a comeback. So the 76ers are down, and the Hornets are taking the lead. They are taking this momentum that they've had over the past few games and trying to take these wins. Here's a look at the first quarter. Some of the highlights. Here's Schroeder. He rolls, pulls up, and knocks a three. But however, you've had this man, Ben Simmons, who's been throwing it down all day. Parker, he made a three as well. Deep 2, I believe. Steven Adams has done a pretty good job putting it back, throwing it down with authority, being an interior force. Norman Powell has a few shots that he's connected with. However, so is Tobias Harris. So here's a look at the halftime report stats. And we're going to get right back to it. (52-45). Charlotte leads, and Charlotte will take the ball to start. Schroeder has 15 points, 1 assist, and 1 steal. And 1 rebound. And that's a steal right away by Joel Embiid. And a nice layup over top of Norman Powell. Ben Simmons cuts it down to a 5-point lead. Oh my gosh, I'm passing to the wrong guy. I'm trying to pass to Taco. I'm looking at Taco, and I keep passing to the center, which is Steven Adams. Taco wasn't supposed to be in, so they moved him to forward. Here's Simmons, guarded by him. That's a mismatch. And Simmons passed to Tobias, and Tobias misses that one. And a pass to Schroeder. Schroeder making moves, and Schroeder pulled up, and a missed mid-range shot that time for Schroeder. Eight rebounds for Taco Fall, trying to go for another double-double. Pass inside. Oop, tipped away. Almost stolen. Pass down to Embiid, and Embiid can't make it. Steven Adams gets that board for him. Here's Norman Powell. Norman Powell trying to drive. A handoff to Schroeder. Schroeder back to Powell. Powell pass down to Taco. Taco guarded by Horford. Taco double-teamed. Pass to Steven. Steven to Miles. Miles mid-range. And Miles Bridges can't make a mid-range shot. Miles Bridges is pretty freezing cold right now as he's only got 3 points. Pass down to Horford. And Horford, that's a mismatch and a half. And a foul on Schroeder And they're going to cut it to within 3. Horford had an opportunity to cut 2 of those points off. Here's Horford. Puts it up. And it's good. Schroeder has it. Top of the key, guarded by Simmons. And it's almost stolen. He's going to take a screen from Steven. Gets a screen, pulls up for 3. And Dennis Schroeder, 18 points. For 3, nice job, Dennis Schroeder, to extend that lead back to 5. Tobias Harris versus Schroeder. Tobias driving. And try to go for a steal, and Schroeder with another foul. That's going to send Tobias to the line for another 2 points. And he's going to make his first. Can he have 11 points now? Tobias Harris will have 11 points. Cuts it down to a 3-point game. Clemens has it at point. For some weird reason. Pass out to Otto Porter. He's guarded closely. I'm going to pass to PJ, and PJ tries to put it up and rejected, and the 76ers will get the ball back. Here is Ben Simmons. He's going to be guarded by Chris Clemens. Screen. And a foul that time by PJ Washington and a reach. Tobias Harris is going to pull it to within 1 point. Now, the only reason that we didn't do anything is because Dennis Schroeder is my biggest playmaker. And I can't do anything without Dennis Schroeder on the court. And I don't know why they put Chris Clemens in at point guard. And they still have him at point guard for some reason, even though he's strictly a shooting guard. I moved him to specifically only to shooting guard because of the fact that he can't do anything else other than shoot. Otto Porter gets the ball stolen. A fast break opportunity for Thibault. And it's a dunk for Thibault. And the Sixers take the lead. And it's all due to Chris Clemens. Steven Adams goes up over top of Mike Scott. And that is a thumbnail-worthy dunk. Oh, with the face. And Mike Scott reaching up trying to block it. That is beautiful. I like that. That's a screenshot right there. That's the thumbnail for this one. Simmons pass to Horford. Horford left side wing. Pass down to Scott, and Scott missed that one. A good rebound that time by Steven Adams, and Chris Clemens has it. He has 3 points today, and he hasn't really done much. Ben Simmons is 6'7" something. Gets a screen, a pass down to Washington. Washington, he fades and misses because P.J. Washington can't make fade shots. Simmons, I'm surprised he doesn't try and post up against Chris Clemens. Mike Scott, another miss, and that's 8 boards, 8 points for Steven Adams. Pass to a wide open Otto Porter in the corner, and he missed it. Wide open corner shot would have helped extend this lead, and he completely bricks it. And Tobias Harris takes the lead back once again. Steven Adams, there's a foul on the play. That's a reach-in by Ben Simmons. There we go. Carson Edwards is a much better point. He has no points, but he's dangerous on a lot of the aspects that I want him to be. Edwards, mid-range. That's why I like him. He is a masterful mid-range shooter. He can pull up at almost any mid-range spot on the floor and drill it. Here's Simmons, guarded by Edwards. Pass to Thibault. Thibault guarded by Clemens. Harris, driving, and a foul on the way up, and Otto Porter will have him go to the line. So 2-point opportunity here, 15 points for Tobias, 16. Can he make it 17 and take the lead back? Yes, he can. So the lead goes back to the Sixers, and Schroeder's going to come back in. A pass to Carson Edwards. He's guarded by Trey Burke. Carson pulls up for three, lightly contested, and can't make anything out of it. And a good rebound for Tobias Harris, who is having a game. Burke is guarded closely. Pass down to Tobias, and Tobias Harris. 3-point advantage now. Hornets take another timeout. This is a good game. This is a game that they need to win because they're beating the number one team in the power rankings. The number one team in the league. So they've got to do what they were doing earlier and just start playing good ball and just start scoring like crazy. So gets a screen, pick and fade. Pass back to Parker. Parker back to Schroeder. Here's the pick and roll and the attempt at a layup. And the Hornets will retain possession. Tried to go in for the pick and roll. Pass to Schroeder. Schroeder for three. Dennis Schroeder can't shoot that. Can't make the three. Steven Adams tries to put it up over Kyle O'Quinn and can't quite do that. Here's Trey Burke with it. Pass inside to Harris. Tobias Harris. Rebound by Quinn. Pass to Burke. Burke to O'Quinn. O'Quinn can't. And he does. No, he does put it in. Taking a 5-point lead. Sixers starting to pull away now with 3.5 left in the third. Hornets can't have that. Hornets need to get this win. Schroeder on the mid-range. And he can't make it. Dennis Schroeder's got to make that. Schroeder's a little cold right now. Here's Ennis. Trying to drive. And Kyle O'Quinn for three. And he's going to miss that one every time. Pass to Schroeder. Schroeder on the drive. And Schroeder fouled on the way up. Schroeder's going to get a chance at 2 free throws here. He makes the first. Steven Adams moving to forward, or he goes to the bench, I guess, while he's on fire. Taco Fall comes in against Kyle O'Quinn. That's a mismatch and a half. I will take a Taco Fall versus Kyle O'Quinn every day. So they need Taco Fall to help him come back. Here's Tobias on the fader. Tobias can't make that one. Pass to Schroeder. Schroeder on the drive, and he lays it up and in. 22 points for Dennis Schroeder. 18 minutes and 22 points for Dennis Schroeder. He's doing a phenomenal job. Here's Ennis. Top of the key. Pass out to Burke. Burke down to O'Quinn. And Kyle O'Quinn throws it down. Shows no mercy to that rim and slams it with authority. Here's Carson Edwards. He's looking for a screen from Taco Fall. Takes the screen from Taco. Pulls up for mid-range. Can't make it. Good rebound for Kyle O'Quinn. Ennis inside and a foul. That's timed by Schroeder, and Philadelphia takes the bonus. And Ennis looking to give him a 5-point advantage. And Philadelphia is perfect for free throws today. So call it a 5-point advantage now. And the pass, Edwards goes to Schroeder. Schroeder guarded by Richardson. Schroeder doesn't take the screen and drives, tries to make it. He's going to pass this one to Taco. Taco is guarded by Joel Embiid. He passes it out. And a step back, fading three. It's time to pass back to Edwards. Pull up. No good, and a rebound that time from Kyle O'Quinn. Kyle O'Quinn on fire. He's getting them boards. Tried to block a good rebound. It's a 5-on-4. Here's Carson. On the drive, rejected. That's a mismatch. That is a Taco against a Trey. And a Taco is going to win that every time. 12 points, 9 boards for Taco Fall. Three-point game right now. Sixers have the lead. Puts it up, and the rebound for Taco. To Schroeder. Schroeder's guarded by Josh Richardson. Embiid, that's a double team. That's a pass. No, that's a steal. Tried to get it to Bridges, top of the key. Was going to try and get a three out of it. Trey Burke, guarded closely. And a mid-range, that's a beautiful layup by Joel Embiid. And a 5-point advantage still. Carson. He's guarded closely. Carson Edwards. Fires that one and misses. And can't get it to fall. And the end of the third quarter as the Sixers will take possession in the fourth. It's a 5-point game and the Sixers have the lead here in the third. So Sixers looking to take this win if they keep the lead going through the fourth, of course. But the Hornets are going to try their best to come back. And here's the State Farm assist of the game going to the Sixers. To pass down to Horford. Horford off the glass. Embiid's going to take point. Embiid on the drive and a beautiful layup. And Joel Embiid beats Taco Fall on that drive. Here's Carson. He's got his best three-point shooter in the corner. Who takes a screen, pulls up for three, and Norman Powell drills it with no hesitation. Here's O'Quinn with it. Handoff back to Ennis. James Ennis on the drive. James Ennis makes an easy layup. Powell in the corner. He's going to take another screen. Gets it. Shoots it. And misses it. He had some pressure in his face. It's stolen and tried to save it. Carson Edwards, good hustle. Couldn't quite get to it. So they tried to steal it. 18 seconds left for the Sixers on this possession. Pass to Embiid. Embiid down to Horford. Horford into Embiid. Embiid on the fading shot, and beautiful shot for Joel Embiid. They're trying to almost pull it away to a 10-point game. It's an 8-point advantage right now. The pass to Taco. Taco has it inside. That's a double team. He's going to pass it up to Carson. Carson to Powell. Powell out to Bridges. Bridges hasn't made a single three yet. And he does now. Or I think he's made one. But he has 6 points now. He cuts it down to a 5-point game once again. Here's Richardson, guarded by Powell. Simmons has it. Simmons goes up. Good defense, good board. Here's Norman Powell with it. He goes to the corner. Takes a screen. Pulls up. Heavily guarded. Bad shot attempt that time. Good defense. Good rebound. Miles Bridges with it now. Miles Bridges. It's stolen away by Ben Simmons. A pass to Ennis. Ennis and the dunk from Embiid. And the Hornets take another timeout. 7-point lead. Embiid is closing out. He's like, look, I just got to get this closing routine down. Carson Edwards is down a little bit in terms of his playmaking ability. Here's Bridges with it. Bridges on the right wing. Takes a screen from Ennis. Pulls up for three. Lightly guarded and tried to put back. And the rebound for PJ. PJ Washington got the board. Nice job. Pass to Norman Powell, top of the key. He's looking for anything if he can. And he goes, he floats it up. And a nice job by Norman Powell inside. Norman Powell, that's why I didn't cut your minutes. PJ, I cut yours for that for almost that same reason, because you weren't scoring as much, even though you had a pretty good night last night. Here's Simmons inside. He's guarded closely. Embiid. He can't get it. Nice rebound for PJ. Here's Carson. Carson looking for a screen. And that's a foul. That's a reach-in for Josh Richardson. In come the subs. Here's a pass to Carson. Carson looking for a screen. And, oh, it's almost stolen. The shot clock violation, the beautiful defense, and the Sixers are just locking everybody up. They're not giving us any opportunities inside, outside, anywhere in between. Here's Horford. Harris guarded closely. Send the help defense. Pass to Embiid, and Embiid can't make it. Pass to Bridges. Miles Bridges trying to drive. Miles Bridges. Pass back up top. Norman Powell. Norman Powell. Pass down to Washington. PJ against Al Horford. PJ can't get it to Bank. Here's Ben. Tobias. Easy mid-range shot for Tobias Harris, and that's a 7-point advantage again. Looking for that screen. He gets that screen. He drives inside, and the dunk from Steven Adams, and it's a foul on Embiid. So Steven Adams is going to go to the line for 2 free throws. He is not a very good free throw shooter, and they know that. He makes his second, so a 6-point game. Dennis Schroeder back there on offense and at point. Dennis Schroeder is one of our best players, and he is playing like it. Here's Simmons. He's looking for something. Pass down to Horford. Horford fades. Horford misses, and a good rebound for Steven Adams, and here's Schroeder with it. So Schroeder takes a screen. Schroeder gets fouled on a shot. 4th personal foul for Embiid. Schroeder makes his first. Cuts it down to a 5-point game. Schroeder's second, now 4-point game. He has 24 points. Nice job, Dennis Schroeder. Like I said, he is one of our star players. Out to Richardson. And the lob to Simmons. 6 points. 6-point game. Now, takes a screen. Schroeder pulls up for mid-range, and he missed it. He didn't do the moving mid-range shot that I was trying to get him to do. There's a mismatch inside, and that's Tobias Harris making it an 8-point game. They are scoring on every possession, and that is what we are unable to do. We have got to score on every possession. Pass to Powell. Corner. He's in the corner. And that's out of bounds, and he's trying to step back to the three-point line, and he's unable to do that, so that gives the Sixers another possession. And another chance to this. They get 2 more points on this drive, and that's a 10-point game, which they do, and that's a 10-point game, and this is going to make it very difficult to come back. They are playing heavy press. Pass to Powell. Powell looks for the screen. Takes the screen. But it was a beautifully shifted screen and a good rebound for Tobias Harris. And the pass to Simmons. And another timeout as they take a 12-point lead. The Hornets are falling apart. They were doing great to start, and the Sixers just started locking them up. Here's your player of the game, Ben Simmons. Or no, it should be Tobias Harris. There it is. Tobias Harris is your player of the game. He's made everything. He's gotten boards, assists, points. He's gotten it all. He's doing a phenomenal job. They are trying to get that pick and roll game to work because that is their bread and butter. That is what they know works. A mid-range shot missed, and the putback for Steven Adams, a nice job there on the quick one. So 2 points that time. And a reach-in foul. That's going to be on Miles Bridges. He's guarding Simmons. Almost had a steal there for Bridges. Pass to Horford. Richardson to Embiid. And it's stolen by Bridges. And Miles Bridges on the dunk. A nice fast break job there by Miles Bridges. Gets the steal and plays it beautifully. He's guarding Simmons. He has 8 points now. Simmons is, of course, going to take his sweet time. And I don't know why Steven Adams let him inside, but still a 10-point game. Schroeder. Out to Powell. Gets a screen. And he missed the wide open shot. Norman Powell. A foul that time, and he's going to go to the line for 2 free throws that he will make because Josh Richardson doesn't miss. Oh wait, he missed one. Wow, I spoke too soon. He shouldn't miss this one though. That's going to make it an 11-point game. And the Hornets have got to make 3-pointers out of the they have to make every 3-point shot attempt they can get if they want to come back. And it's stolen by Josh Richardson. And a foul, and that gives the Sixers the bonus. And the Sixers, with 90 seconds left, might take this win. 13-point game. They need 3-pointers all day, and they haven't been able to get any in this last quarter. Here's Schroeder, and he's going to get rejected. Schroeder's cold. And rejected there from Bridges. Here's Schroeder with it. Schroeder. Pass to Powell. With the shot. Powell missing. And tried to put it back, and Steven Adams rattles it off the rim. So breakdown against a very good team that they had the lead against for most of the game. And then the last little bit, they just can't come back. They just can't make the plays that they need to make. Embiid coming out, pass to PJ. PJ Washington with 2 points, 39 seconds. They're only down by 11. It's quiet. 35 seconds left. Here's Simmons. Trying to get a steal here. Richardson out wide. And a reach in. That's going to be a foul, and that's going to send him to the line for 2 points. Richardson's going to make his first, and that's still a 12-point game. And he makes it an 11. So they sub in a lot of the bench. Malik Monk, Evan Turner. A pass down low inside to Washington, and Washington fouled on the way up. And he's going to go to the line. They have 21 seconds, but this game is over. They were not able to capitalize on the 3-point opportunities they needed in order to extend the lead or keep the lead close. So 2 points there. 84-95. Still an 11-point game. So a loss against the Sixers. Really was hoping we could get this win. And honestly, I was playing like we were going to win. Trey Burke tried to get the steal. And I'm going for those steals. They're going to reach in every time. 10 seconds. Trey Burke's a free throw good. Not God, but he'll miss one. And he'll make the second. Keeps it to a 12-point game. Evan Turner. He drives. Pulls up for 3. Evan Turner can't make a 3. And here's Korkmaz to Trey Burke, and a foul with 1.6 left. Sending Burke to the line again. Makes his first. And will make the second. And can't make the deep shot. 98-84 as the Hornets take the loss to the Sixers. The Sixers are the number 1 team, and the Hornets had them for a while, but it's their closing team. They closed out, and they got the win. Embiid, Simmons, here's a look at the box score. Tobias Harris with 23 points, Simmons with 16. And again, look at the amount of points responsible for. 29, 27, 24. It's all those assists that they had. We didn't, only 26 points responsible for. We didn't have very many assists. Only 2 was the most. Normally we have more than that, but that's just because we couldn't get anyone open. Schroeder had 24 points off of 25 minutes, 14 boards, and a double-double for Steven Adams and Taco Fall. 5 blocks for Taco, 3 turnovers. Taco went 6 for 6, 4 for 8 for 3-pointers for Dennis Schroeder, which is not bad. 8 for 10. 6 offensive boards, 5 fouls for Schroeder. So just a real tough game. Just couldn't come up with the win. And again, we play them multiple times, so we'll see how the matchup works. We'll see who we match up with again. So we win. We go to 5-5, and we're going to advance. The chemistry, I believe, should stay the same. If not, it goes back to the same. I want to see if that loading marker is done, because they put it right where I want to see the chemistry, which I don't understand why. I don't know what it's loading. There you go. 56. So it went down, but then went back up. Are the Sixers... So they've won. They beat the Hornets, which was us. Then they beat the Cavs. 102-59. Schroeder had 24. Embiid had 30. That's I think the most he's scored so far. Game highs for him this season. His most is 46. Season high is 30. Steven Adams had 25 boards in a single game. Miles Turner had 7 blocks. My goodness. That's ridiculous. So we play the Grizzlies in the next contest. Appreciate you guys tuning in. I hope to catch you guys next time. Hopefully we can get another win streak going. We had 3 games in a row. We're going to hope we can do that again. Hopefully we can go to 4 or 5, maybe even 6. I don't see a whole lot of teams that we couldn't beat. Maybe up until we play against the Warriors. That might be when we lose. But hopefully we can beat them again we can beat them this time, whereas we lost to them by 1 point in overtime. Maybe we can beat them this time. Hope to catch you guys next time. I'm trying to catch up with all the games because there's 82, and we're only 10 games in. So I will catch you guys next time, and peace.